we're going to start by checking our object snaps and making sure that they're all on except for nearest. Got that guy off. Now I'm going to go over and make sure that my ortho snap is on. There it is. And with that done, we'll begin. I'm in my construction layer, and I'm going to make construction lines XL, enter. There's my first one, a horizontal line, and now a vertical line placed randomly sort of right there. That's going to be the start. And this line right here, of course, will mark the left side of my object. And now I'm going to offset over to the right side of my object. My object's total width, if you look on the drawing, is 3.5 inches. So, offset O, enter, 3.5, enter. Click this line, click over. Now that I have that line in place, you can see that there are a couple other lines that need to come over from there. The first one is 7/8 of an inch over, and the next one is 1 inch over. So I'll hit enter to get out of objects of offset and enter to get back in. And now it's prompting me to type the new value, which is 7/8. 7/8, enter. And I'll click that line and over, there we go. Do it again, enter to get out, enter to get back in. The next value is 1, enter, and click that line, and there we go. Then the final vertical line that I'm going to click over is the mark that gets us to the center of the hole here. That's kind of an important one. And if you look on the drawing, it says that is 1 5/16. So this line is going to be offset 1 5/16 over to the right. And I'll do that now. Enter to get out, enter to get back in. And instead of typing 1 5/16, I am going to type 21/16 because you have to use an improper fraction in AutoCAD. Of course, you could have just typed the decimal value, which you can see over here is 1.313. That's the one we just did. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to show you, I'll dimension those values for you so you can see what they were. That guy is that one, and then 1 inch, and then on this side, we went 1.313, and the total distance between all of these was 3.5. So those are your offsets so far. All right, get rid of those. Now I'm going to offset the horizontal line upward. The first offset is 1/2 inch. The next offset is 2 1/8 inch. So 2 1/8, I could type in 17/8, or I could type in the decimal value, which is 2.125, and there you go. So that should be enough to just about. There's one more offset. Sorry, this top line needs to come down the thickness of the tab. This tab right here, and that tab's thickness is determined by this radius. Okay, so the radius is the distance from the center to the edge, and the distance from edge to edge is twice the radius. That radius is 5/8, so twice that distance would be 10/8, or 1 1/4. So I'm going to offset this guy down that much. So that value is 10/8. Enter, and there you go. So now we have all the lines necessary to draw the front view. Let's give that a try. All right, looking good. Now I'm going to move on to the, oh, you know what, before I do move on, uh, let me show you what those values were just really quick here. So that first one was a 1/2 inch offset, and this guy was the 7/8 offset, or 0.875. And then this most upper one there is the 2.125. So those were the three offsets. Okay, so now to make the top view, I'm going to give myself some space in between these drawings. And what I'm going to do is just offset this line 2 inches, and that will be the bottom of the next view. So O, enter, 2, enter. There you go. Yeah. I'm going to line it up with this other one so it's not confusing. It's one I did earlier. All right. So now for the offsets that we're going to need. Sorry, starting with the bottom here, I'm going to offset upward. And this first distance is this radial value here, which is 5/8 of an inch. So O, enter, 5/8. There it is. And then the next values are 1/2 inch to here, 1/2 inch to here, 1/2 inch to there. And then the last one is 5/8. So I'm going to do 3 1/2 inch offsets, 0.5, enter. So here goes 1, 2, 3. And then the last one is another 5/8 offset. So there they are. Let me dimension those so you can see what I'm talking about. That first one, 5/8, and then the next one was a 1/2, and again a 1/2, and a 1/2. So it was 3 in a row that were, whoops, that were 1/2, and then the last one there was the 5/8 value. So 5/8, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 5/8. Okay. Let's see if that is enough to create this top view. Start with the center portion. I can see already that I am missing a line as I attempt to bring this to the its terminus. I need a 1/2 inch offset over to make the thickness of this tab. So I'm going to do that. O, enter, 0.5, enter. And that's this line going over a 1/2 of an inch. So that guy right there is the one I just did. This one from here to here, 1/2 an inch. So now I hopefully will be able to do what I intended to do. Here we go. So that's the body, and then this tab that you see here. This tab is made by first drawing this arc, circle, C, enter, from that center point right there to this offset, that line, which would give that circle a radius of 5/8. And the next step is to use the line command and click on that corner and then go to tangent here. So you can see how it's showing the tangent snap and then clicking. Enter to get out, enter to get back in, clicking at this point here. And I see that I did make a mistake over here. Let me move that over. it belongs there. Got these lines confused. There we go. And clicking on this line right here and then going to tangent. There it is. And now I can trim this away. TR enter and grab these little bits here and then just delete this part. Since I am in the mode of making circles, I'll do this one. And its diameter is 0.5. D-enter 0.5. All right. There's another line segment that needs to go in place. It shows this corner right here. And so that is going to go from there to there. Okay. And it looks like for the object lines, we have these views, these two views complete. Now I'm going to move on and do the right side view. So I'm going to make that 45-degree line with a construction line, XL, enter, A, enter, 45, enter. Place that right about here. And then bring these lines down. Trim that away. Okay. There is an offset that I'm definitely going to have to do right away before I attempt to draw the right side view, and that's get to the center line of this tab, this tab right here. We have the vertical center line in place. Yeah, so let's find that. That radius is 0.625. So let's do that. Oh, enter 0.625, enter. I'm going to click on this line right here and drop it down. So that is giving me the middle of that that tab. All right. Going to my object lines, and we'll get going here. So starting in this view right here, go over, make this little bit right here. So that's the right side view of that this tab right here. And then we have the bulk of the body right here. And to make this arc, we're just going to use the circle command. Click on the center point and go out to the edge. And then trim that away. And use the circle command again to make this half-inch hole. So that's looking pretty good for all of our object lines. So to put the hidden lines in, we're going to need some additional construction lines, those that show us the edges of the holes. We'll do that right now. As always, you want to make sure that nearest snap is off, which I just checked just to make sure that it doesn't accidentally grab something. It's happened to me so many times. All right, we got those two holes projected. And we have the center line of the hole in this view. That'll be enough because we'll just copy that over. So I think we're ready to move on with our dimension lines. Let's do it. And I'm sorry, our hidden lines. So I'm going to L, enter. And we get the edge of the hole there. By the way, to get these dashes to show up, you need to change that LTS, make it quite a bit smaller. You know, I believe 0.4 is what I am running mine at right now. 0.4, LTS at 0.4. That one I'm going to copy over. This one here. All right. So the rest of the hidden lines, I'm going to use the copy command to take care of. Now I'm going to do the center lines. So the thing with these center lines is that normally I would offset the circle 1/4 of an inch like I do everything. But this edge and this edge are 1/4 of an inch away, and the center lines will make contact with that perfectly, and it will appear as though there's some sort of feature there, or it may appear. Whenever you get a perfect intersection, it always brings suspicion to it because you're like, what is that? That's not normal. That's not how it's supposed to be done. Center lines either go long or they go short. And you can see that's what I did over here. That's why these are short of the line. So to do that, I just offset the circles a smaller value. Instead of being at 0.25, I did 0.15. Yes, 0.15. So I'm going to do that now. O, enter, and 0.15. And offset both of these circles that amount. There it is. And now I'll make the center lines like we normally do. Just using center line command, layer and a regular line command. I'll just go across each one. Nothing to it. And then I'll delete those circles. So that is it for now. We'll come back to it because we have put the center lines in the holes, but we have not taken care of these arcs. But we will do that using our normal 1/4 inch method, okay? So I'll show you that in a minute. Let's just offset everything 1/4 of an inch so we can do that all at once. O, enter, 0.25, enter, and we're just going to go to town and make all these construction lines offset 1/4 of an inch so that we have what we need to place all the dimensions here. Lots and lots. I hate having to come back to it, so I like to do more than I need. That way I don't have to go back into that offset mode to finish things up. Just get it over with kind of thing. Hopefully that's enough. Let's do the arcs. That's all. They already have the, I can just do it like that for just, might as well, just to show you what, just to make sure we got it. Okay. I'm still in my centerline layer. I'm going to my line command. And now I'm going to deal with the arcs as needed. So I'm going to create a line segment here and a line segment here. Now I can delete this guy. Truth is, I didn't need one over here because I'm going to use the dimension to take care of that anyway. So I did extend these two lines right over here. I didn't really extend them. I made additional line segments. You can see there's one there and there's one there to extend out the center lines. And again, you might have said, well, why didn't you just literally extend it? Why don't you just grab the endpoint and drag it out? That's easier. And the reason is that you lose that nice plus sign in the middle when you do that. So I know we've been doing that in the past, but as we get better and better, we're going to strive to be better and produce better work. Okay, so that's a nice little expert draftsman hack right there for you. Okay, let's do the hidden line. I'm sorry, the side views here with the center lines. Get those in place. And I think that's good. And now we can copy these, C-O, enter. Grab that where the center line intersects the object line and place that in the correct location over here. And we'll do the same with this one. Copy that guy and move it from the same place. There you go. So that made that a little easier. And now we are ready to just do our standard dimensions here. This will go very quickly. If it doesn't go where you want it, click on it and move the number to where you want it. What am I doing here? I think I forgot to offset one of these lines, doggone it. Here we go, one more. There it is. I'll place my dimension where I need to. There it is. Move that value over a little bit. There you go. And if it's too close, you can move it off. You know, that's fine. You can move it wherever you want. You could also put it up there like that. That's a pretty cool way to do it. I think I'll leave it like that. Looks like I got these drawings a little close together. That's no problem. It's so easy to move these. Just grab it all, enter, and move it over a little bit. There you go. Put that guy back where he belongs. Something like that. Oh, of course that didn't come with it, huh? Be careful when you're moving things to grab everything. That's what happened to me. I did not do that. But I think I got it back in place now. Okay. The only thing that is left is the radius and diameter dimensions. So we'll do that. Diameter dimension, click on the circle. Remember to modify that, type M, enter, and then 2 capital X space, check mark, place it. And the radial dimension. It's nice if you can get those lined up like that. I believe that's it, guys. I believe, whoa, hang on. Almost left one out over here. Eugene was about to correct me there, right? Eugene, you were on it. All righty. I think that's it right there. We got them all now. Don't forget, of course, to do your border and title block. And please, the text in the title block needs to be the same size as all the other text, which is 0.125. Okay, that is 1/8 of an inch. So all text on your drawings should be 1/8 of an inch, 0.125. That LTS should be about 0.4.